we got what you need. We're all living in apartments, condos, vans. Well, dude, even you can have a studio in a box. Yes, we can help you with that right here at Blind Knowledge. We work on your budget and we figure out your measurements. We'll get you the best sound for the best price. Let me know, 877-237-1143 or at blindknowledge.com. Yep.
Yeah, again, this list impressed me. There were actually some in here I had to actually go look up because I was like, wait a minute, I don't know this one.
And with that, folks, welcome to Paranormal the New Normal. And yes, I'm impressive, I know. I'm your host, Jeremy, as always, here trying to make the world seem more normal. Does it ever freaking happen? Fuck no. Fuck no, it never happens. But we're here. And we are back once again to do the second time this week, actually. I did not plan this, folks. I did not plan to do it this week, even. Well, 2 of these in 1 week at least, but I mixed up. I wrote down things wrong twice, apparently, this week, so, shit happened. But that's right. It's time once again to do the cryptids bracket as a one-on-one, and we're going to see what happens with it. And to attempt it this time is Jewel Cavazos, who is an actress, singer, and so much more, and more importantly, a paranormal enthusiast. So there you go. That's more important to me. I mean, kudos on the career things, though. That's awesome. I totally think it's awesome.
Appreciate it.
I wish I could sing and actually sing, other than that singing I think is good. But and I wish I could be an actor. I wish. I mean, podcasting is close, but it's not the same thing. But so. But we are here once again to do this amazing cryptids bracket, which, if you listen to the other one earlier this week, I might be having a second one this Christmas Cryptids Part 2, which, because the participant on Monday thought he had to make a bracket, not that he would be coming to do one. So, well, I told him, send it to me, especially if a lot of them are not on my list, and let's have fun with it. I'll do it. I don't care. I never shy away from a fun time with cryptids. That sounds wrong. But whatever.
Phrasing.
Seriously. Well, just to go on the phrasing, for everybody who doesn't know, this is how these brackets work, as always. Whoever's participating can pick whatever winner of each matchup they want to pick based on what cryptids scare you the most, what cryptids entertain you the most, which interest you the most, or which ones you want to bed the most. Who the hell knows? I don't care what people pick things. Just have fun doing it. That's all I ask. So let's get this bracket started, though. And I'm telling you, some of these matchups, I realized the other night, because I haven't done this bracket in months until the other night, I'm just like, some of these got fucked. And these are all randomly generated, folks. If you heard this before, you know this already. This bracket is actually randomly generated. It's not ranked in any way because there's no ranking of cryptids out there. So, I mean, how would you even?
That's true.
I can't even picture that. We don't have kill counts. We don't have any of that. So how the hell would we do that? But I mean, for right now, let's start the first matchup and start the madness. And the first matchup, and I fucking love this first matchup always, is the Yowie versus Ghosts/Spirits.
Ooh. That one you're right. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have to go with Ghosts and Spirits on that one, however.
Trust me, my surprises and reactions might be the best thing about this thing, because people don't go the way I would go, and it's just like, or the way other people have gone, and it's just kind of, I like it. Every result is different, and that's the best thing about these, honestly. It's the same cryptid one every fucking time. I wouldn't have fun doing these anymore. I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
That's true.
I need a hard bracket. All right, so Ghosts and Spirits move on to the second round. Let's see what they're going to face, though. As the next matchup is mer people versus thunderbirds.
Ooh, Thunderbirds.
Damn.
Absolutely Thunderbirds.
No thought on that one required.
No thought on that one. That one is no thought on that one at all.
Have you seen Thunderbirds or something? Like
I have not. No, I have not personally seen them, but there's some familial kind of reverence to it. So
shit. I'm down for that. All right, so that means that ghosts/spirits will take on Thunderbirds in the second round, and can't tell you who win that matchup. But the next matchup is kind of more of a specialized matchup, but it's the Dover Demon versus Mokele Mbembe.
Which is funny because these were two I actually had to look up because I was not familiar with either one of these. So I am going to go with I'm gonna murder this name. I know you just said it. Mokele Mbembe. That one, yeah.
You actually pronounced it perfectly, so don't. Well,
yes.
As perfect as my non-African speaking tongue can say. So I don't know how the natives say it, but I'd love to hear it. But
yeah, absolutely.
Though we probably fucked up the spelling of it anyway. But that means Mokele Mbembe is going to face one of these two, and it's the Will of the Wisp / Ghostlights versus good old Champ.
Will of the Wisp. Will of the Wisp. I've got to go with the Ghostlights and the Will of the Wisp.
I'm seeing a theme here so far, folks. I'm seeing a theme here, and this is going to be interesting. Oh, actually, okay.
I like being surprising.
Well, we have a lot of physical cryptids coming up, so this shouldn't be.
Yeah.
The theme cannot carry anymore, I don't think. We'll see. But you have the reptilians versus the Elwedrich.
Which one was it?
The Elwedrich.
Ooh, I'm going to go with the reptilians on that one.
Oh, and the guy that did this on Monday loved the German ones, and they all went forward really far. Like it just... Surprised the shit out of me. Surprised the shit out of me, because usually people are going to go ones they've heard about 1,000 times, not ones they never heard about. But
yeah.
I don't know. That's the way I go.
I love Champ, don't get me wrong, but the reptilian thing is just fascinating.
Well, you had the reptilians versus the Elwedrich.
Yes. My brain just jumped. I knew what I was trying to say, and then it didn't. The thing did not come out of my mouth. So,
well, you were thinking about reptiles, so I mean, those two are similar. But
yeah, you know.
But that means to see who's going to face reptilians around two, and this one's not going to be fucking easy. But it's Bigfoot versus shadow people.
Bigfoot, hands down. Bigfoot.
I love the pick. I'm just surprised at how fast it came.
Bigfoot is one of those very, very, very special cryptids to me. It's actually really funny. It just popped up. I just had it on my Instagram stories here not too long ago. I was telling the story. The first sticker I have basically had on every vehicle I have owned in my life has always been something Bigfoot related. And my new car that I just got, I just had him, just put him on my car. So
all right. That works. But that means Bigfoot will face reptilians in the second round, which is one hell of a banger match for the second round right there. But we'll get to that when we get to it. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to get any easier. So your next matchup, though, is vampires versus the Wolpertinger, which, for those who don't know, because I love saying this, the Wolpertinger is a rabbit with antlers and wings and might be part reptilian.
but who knows? That was another one I actually had to look up for this because I was like, I have no idea what that actually is. But I'm gonna go with vampires. The appearance kind of says it all. Personally, I get cast as a vampire a lot. Lot of vampire love. So
funny enough, I just actually made today a 147 vampire movie bracket.
Oh wow.
I can't tell you how much time that took today, and and how much time it's gonna take to watch most of those movies I haven't seen. So it's good. It's broken down to 5 parts, so it'll be going on. It'll be happening in the probably next year at some point. Honestly, no, that's not one of the ones I'm trying to start off with. Of all the ones I just made, because
it's going to be a sub series all on its own.
Oh God, there's so many, and that's after eliminating all the ones from before 1920. But
oh wow,
I wasn't trying to watch no silent black and white. I don't think I could find them.
They're hard to track down, but they're out there. There's several of them that are out there. I actually was lucky enough when I was when I was taking college classes, I actually got to drop into a vampire films course, which was they actually like hit a bunch of the older ones and up to the modern ones and compared a bunch of them, and it was a really interesting class.
I'm sure that sounds freaking amazing. But okay, to see who vampires are going to face, we have to do the first play-in matchup to figure out the final matchup of this side of round 1. The first play-in matchup, though, is between the Flatwoods Monster and the Lizard Man of Skateboard Swamp.
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Flatwoods Monster.
Oof, which brings the Flatwoods Monster into a deadly matchup. And I mean deadly, versus the Dogman.
Ooh. I'm still going with Flatwoods on that one, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Hey, it's your bracket. You can do whatever you like. I do not see the Flatwoods Monster making it out of the first round. That's for damn sure. Out of the second round, I mean. But I don't see it making it out. But we'll see when we get there. And that's gonna bring us to the other side of round 1 now. And oh God, all right. This I don't know. I can't decide which side I like better. Part of me thinks this side. But first matchup is the Jersey Devil versus the Owlman.
The Jersey Devil.
Ooh, man, Owlman getting no love lately. I don't know what's going on here.
Owlman was actually another one that I had to look up. I didn't actually know about until I looked him up to for this podcast. But the Jersey Devil is one of those ones that was one of the first ones that got me into cryptids in the first place. So.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The Jersey Devil is all fascinating as hell. I love the Jersey Devil. But that means the next matchup to see what the Jersey Devil is going to face in round 2 is going to be between Rakes and Wendigo.
Ooh. I'm going to go on purely just freaks me out on this one, and I'm going to go with the Rakes on that one.
Rakes freak you out more than a cannibalistic giant with antlers?
Yeah. In its own right, it does. Yeah, I may be a unique individual on that one, but
I get it 100%. But I'm over here like way in the creepiness factor, like they're kind of unequal in my mind for creepiness. Okay.
I mean, I feel like the it's one of those things like the Wendigo can. It has its place and that sort of thing, but like from what I've read about Rakes and what I know about Rakes, they just kind of show up and they just sort of show up in your house and things like that. And
whoa, wait a minute! I've never heard one story of one showing up in a house. That's news to me.
For a Rake, that was one of the stories I actually pulled up. I'll have to find it for you.
I guess I've heard stories of them showing up in people's backyards randomly, but never.
Yeah,
indoors.
one of the ones I read was actually in a house.
I mean, I guess if you leave the porch door open, but they always seem too stupid to find their way in.
You would hope, but
Yeah, I would. But that means the Rakes get to face the Jersey Devil in round 2. But the next matchup, I can see the creepiness factor now. I can. But the next matchup is the Loveland Frogman versus Nessie.
Nessie, hands down, Nessie.
Frogman don't get no love. Poor froggy. Feel bad for the frog, really do. He gets no love, but then again, I can't say I want to run into one. So whatever. I'd rather meet Nessie.
I would rather meet Nessie. Yeah, I definitely would rather meet Nessie. Maybe not on a boat on the loch, like up close, personally, but
yeah, let her come to the land. But though I've seen movies before, that doesn't make a difference. She'll still kill you. But
true.
That means that the Loch Ness Monster is going to be facing even the Dungavenhuta or Alien Big Cats. ABCs that are so called.
I think Dungavenhuter. I think I'm saying that right. Maybe
You are.
Oh,
and the so belovedly named Cocaine Crocodile moves on to the second round as always. Because that's what it is. It's a cocaine.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And we can't do anything about that. Which means he'd be facing Loch Ness Monster in the second round. But this next matchup, it's either going to be a really fast one or a really short one. I mean, a really long one. I don't know. But it's Black Dog / Hellhounds versus the Goat Man, a.k.a. the Poplick Monster.
I'm going to go with Hellhounds on that one. I'm going to go with Hellhounds.
Everyone always does. My axe-wielding goat men that push you off of bridges get no love. I don't know why. I really don't.
Maybe I just don't want to summon that into my ether. Maybe, I don't know.
My dogs will protect me, so I'm good. But
my dog's looking at me like right now going, you'd be on your own. I'm sorry.
But that means the Hellhounds are going to face either the Selkies or the Mothman.
Again, I love the Selkie stories. I love them all. Like they're tragic, but they're awesome stories. But I'm gonna go with Mothman. Gotta go with the another one of those intro to cryptids.
Oh, 100%. That's Cryptids 101 right there. But
Yep.
well, the next matchup, oh God, is the Mirrored Men versus the Mongolian Deathworm.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Mirrored Men because it was incredible. That was another one I hadn't actually heard of. Shockingly,
no one's ever heard of it.
But I'm gonna go with the Mirrored Men mostly because the Mongolian Deathworm kind of just squigs me out on so many levels. Like, don't get me wrong, it's scary. It is very creepy and very scary, but he just also squigs me out. So we're gonna go with the Mirrored Men.
Who doesn't like Tremors?
One of the first horror movies I ever actually watched was Tremors.
Well, that's basically what the Mongolian Deathworm is in real life.
Yep.
Supposedly. And I have one of my favorite tank tops is Mongolian Deathworm tank top. But
oh, funny.
Yes.
I didn't wear it today, and I didn't get it on, but I have my happy little Sasquatch shirt I did get on for this one. But...
Well, and actually, funny enough, Bigfoot movie bracket coming too soon. That one might be first, I think. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. But that means we are in the last play-in matchup to figure out the last matchup of round one completely. And this play-in matchup is never an easy one for anybody. It's Greys versus Skinwalkers.
Ooh. Okay, that is a tough matchup. But in terms of I'm gonna go with the ones that kind of scare me the most on that one, and I'm gonna go with Skinwalkers.
Okay. Skinwalkers move on. But the question is, in this final matchup, will Skinwalkers beat the Chupacabra? Yeah.
Ooh. See, now that's a tough one now. Because now we're talking about two of my favorites too. So I'm gonna have to go with the Chupacabra on that one. Just in terms of some love there. So
All right. Oh, that's well. That means you are now officially in round 2, and these just scrolling through these round 2 matchups is horrifying. Horrifying. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes by any freaking means.
I don't think I want to be in my shoes now.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, the first matchup in round 2 is going to be Ghosts/Spirits versus Thunderbirds.
I'm going to go with the Ghosts and the Spirits on that one.
I think they're making it further in this than they ever have. See, even in the first matchup, I hear Yowie, and I just start playing Land Down Under in my head, and it's just like, yep, no, but the next matchup to see who the ghosts are going to face is Mokele Mbembe versus Will-o'-the-Wisp/Ghostlights.
Ooh. I think we're gonna go with Mokembe. Yeah. Mokele Mbembe. I think so.
I actually am happy you did. So I always want him to make it further in this, but everybody's like, come on, man, living dinosaurs. But
it's one of those that's what it's one of those ones where I'm like, and I come from, it's one of those, there's just that much, that plausibility thing.
Oh, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree so much. I basically accept it as a possibility at this point and as a possible truth. I've heard enough stories that make me be like, yeah, there's something going on here. There's something going on here. We don't know what it is. There's something going on here. But let's see who the next matchup is going to be between reptilians and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Okay, reptilian.
Sorry to our potential reptilian overlords, but Sasquatch supremacy there, I guess.
I know. I mean, when your bodyguards get voted over you, that's just what it is. But that's like saying to the president, "Nah, we prefer the Secret Service. You stay in there." Is Joe Biden a reptilian? I ain't saying shit. Would it surprise me? Fuck no. As my boy Scott would say, Hillary Clinton too. But let's see who Bigfoot's going to face before I get canceled. And Bigfoot's going to face either vampires, which I want to see that movie, or the Flatwoods Monster, which wouldn't be a bad movie either, actually.
I'm going to go with vampires. Honestly,
I need to start a fucking film production company and just make some B-rated cryptid fight movies.
Do it. I guarantee you there is a market out there for it. And
I know the market. I'm in the market.
Yeah, I mean, you are.
I fucking run that market almost. But, Jesus. Well,
just figure out, start going through these and see who like tops out, and then just start like, just start making the films.
But that means that 2025 Bigfoot vs. Vampire is coming soon. Is going to be in a matchup in the quarterfinals. God help us. That's going to be a tough one for everybody.
I'll be the vampire queen that takes him on.
So, somehow I just had Bigfoot erotica pop in my head. I don't know why. But they exist. They exist.
What's the internet rule? Everything has. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking like 50 Shades of Grey freaking novels and shit. It's go to Amazon, just put in Bigfoot erotica. Oh my god, the amount of results you get. Some of them sound actually okay, like decent storylines, but
that's one of those I haven't really crossed into. So
I only ever crossed into it because I heard an interview on a podcast called Wild Thing with the author of a Bigfoot erotica series.
I think I actually heard that same. I've heard that same podcast actually.
I think she has like 12 books in the series at the time of the interview. Like, it's insane. It's insane the amount of books she's written about Bigfoot's mating with humans. And the reviews on them. Oh my god. My wife and my husband and I read this back and forth to each other in bed at night. It's very erotic. Y'all furries, aren't you? You're furries. But
ooh,
yeah,
I got nothing.
I don't lie. Amazon tells all, but
Amazon does tell all.
But that means that on the other side of round 2, your first matchup is going to be the Jersey Devil versus Rakes, aka Pale Crawlers.
Jersey Devil. Jersey Devil.
Running with the devil yet again.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Which means that to see who the devil's going to face in the quarterfinals, it's either the Loch Ness Monster or the Dungarvan Hooter, aka Cocaine Crocodile.
We'll go with our esteemed Cocaine Crocodile on that one.
And no, Nessie, we're not judging you because you don't do it. But
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But actually, fuck that. You're in Scotland. Go drink some scotch.
Yeah, scotch. That's Nessie is the classy monster. Doesn't have to do the coke like the crocodile does.
Yeah, well, crocodiles are a little more savage, but that means it's going to be coming down to the next 2 matchups to determine the rest of the quarterfinals. And the first matchup is Black Dog / Hellhounds versus Mothman.
Mothman.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone make these decisions so fast.
This just means I've given way too much thought to some of these.
It's impressive, actually. It's pretty damn impressive because normally people are like, what's that one again? It's like, yeah.
I cryptid enthusiast from the time back in I remember the first my first introduction to cryptids was sitting watching an episode of Unsolved Mysteries when I was 7, something like that, with my grandparents. And it was all this true crime stuff, and then all of a sudden it's the unexplained one pops up, and it was I think that was actually a Jersey Devil one. They were talking about the Jersey Devil on that particular one, and I was just entranced. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Wait, what? That was the first time I ever heard the term cryptozoologist and realized that was an actual thing.
It is. It's an actual thing. Trying to find a college that teaches it is freaking impossible. But
yeah. It was just
at least it used to be 15 years ago. I couldn't tell you today, but
but it was just sort of a fascination of wait, that's a what?
I think there's only one college I found in the United States that actually has it as a major.
Oh wow.
back in 2006, at least. I mean, nowadays, I don't know. It could be the paranormal field has gotten a lot bigger nowadays, so who knows what's available now. But I feel like, if anything, it'd be a major in biology with like a focus on cryptozoology more than anything.
Right.
I think. But your last matchup to see who's going to face the Mothman in the quarterfinals is between the Mirrored Men and the Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, this is actually okay. I was gonna say, for most of your quarterfinals, at least, are the most popular ones from in a worldly perspective, at least. Wouldn't say I'd have most of these even making it this far, but that's why I like other people doing it, though, because it's not just me talking for an hour. But your first matchup in the quarterfinals is Ghosts/Spirits versus Mokele Mbembe.
I'm still gonna go with ghosts on that one.
Oof.
Gonna go with ghosts. That one's a tougher one, but I'm gonna go with my ghosts on that one.
Though there have been one or two cryptozoologists that hypothesize that Mokele Mbembe might be a spirit.
Really?
It's been hypothesized by one or two. Most people don't believe that crap, but it's been hypothesized. I would be remiss not to admit that.
That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. That's kind of, it's as they pop up, we talk about them too, but that's kind of the I like hearing some of these interesting theories around some of the other cryptids too, where it's not quite as basic biological kind of a concept. There's always these much heavier, thought process behind some of them. So,
and of course, there's also the ultra-terrestrial theory that it's just all the living dinosaur creatures that we believe are alive still are interdimensional and just come and go as they please. Which, as much as I hate that theory for any cryptid, I will say it has logical sense to it at some point. But it kills me to say that. It really does. Oh my god. But that means to figure out who's going to face Ghosts/Spirits, you have the next matchup in the quarterfinals on this side, and it's Bigfoot versus vampires coming 2025.
Yeah. Oh man. Shoot, now I just had this vision of vampire turning Bigfoot too. I was like, would that work?
I don't. I mean, I imagine it would have to.
It would have to, wouldn't it?
But I mean,
I'm giving this way too much thought.
But I also see the route of vampiric Bigfoot babies. So crossbreed,
yeah, I could see that too.
And that'd be something to be running from the woods from.
Yeah, a little bit. As somebody that gets cast in films running away from things in the woods pretty frequently. Yeah.
Coming 2028. Spawn of Bigfoot and Dracula. I'll think of a better name by then. But
okay, that's a really, really tough one. But I'm still gonna go with my boy. I'm still gonna go with Bigfoot.
Well, that means Bigfoot's gonna be facing Ghost in the semifinals on this side. Which don't even know what to tell you on that one. Good luck.
I'm just making this harder and harder on myself as we go.
That's how these always work, and that's why they're fun. But then, other side of the quarterfinals, your first matchup is the Jersey Devil versus the Dungarvan Huta.
Jersey Devil.
He was out of coke anyway. He wanted to go back to the water.
Yeah.
But that means the Jersey Devil is going to be facing one of these two cryptids. And it's going to either be the Mothman or the Chupacabra.
Oh, no. What have I done to myself? Oh, geez. Just for, I think, paranormal prowess, as it were, I'm gonna go with Mothman. The Mothman.
Which means you are into the semifinals. And, oh, what a semifinals you created. But the first matchup is Ghosts and Spirits versus Bigfoot.
Okay. This is gonna be a tough one. I think I'm still gonna have to go with Bigfoot.
And I am so happy you did. I'm like, all right, come on, Ghost. You made it far enough now. Get back.
That's enough of you.
But that means you're going to be facing in the finals either the Jersey Devil or the Mothman.
Whoo. Whoo. We're gonna oh, see, this is it's like picking between, it's like trying to pick a favorite between children. Gonna go with the Mothman.
Ooh, the Mothman flies into the finals. I did not. Oh, I kind of saw that coming. I mean, it's only one of two ways it's going to go, and yeah, that seems like the more logical explanation, personally at least. But that means that you have your finals. But before we do the finals, for shits and giggles and everything cryptidness, we're going to do a third and fourth place matchup between Ghost/Spirits and the Jersey Devil.
Ooh. I think if I'm gonna go full cryptid on that one, and we're gonna go Jersey Devil on that one.
Which means the Jersey Devil does take home third place, with Ghost getting fourth place, as they should. But this is the moment here that everybody dreads. The finals. And I'd like to remind the contestants at this time, they did this to themselves. I did not influence this in any way or shape or form.
This is true.
But your finals are going to be Bigfoot versus Mothman. An epic showdown coming 2028.
Oh, no. What have I just done to myself?
I think he's got Mothman's wings about to get turned off in the movie I'm making, but
yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I've got to go with Bigfoot. And I just saw a giant statue of him in Nevada and stuff like that a couple days ago. So,
and that means, folks, that for the first time ever, finally, Bigfoot wins the damn cryptid tournament, which he should have. He's the damn OG. He's the damn original gangster cryptid. But oh my God! Finally, I helped the first one, but I couldn't help. I couldn't get Bigfoot so far. Damn, folks! That just made my night. But
woohoo!
I'm almost dying to see what you do in the. Someone already picked the horror movie I wanted to win the bracket once as a winner, so. That's already been happening, but I'm dying. I can't wait to see what you end up doing on that next week. But actually, I have 2 horror movie brackets next week as well, I think. So it's my scheduling mix up, but oh well. It's the horror movie one. The horror movie ones get watched like crazy because people love horror movies. So
right.
That's why I'm gonna be doing a lot more of those brackets because go where people actually are gonna go. But so the Jewel's final 4 broke down to Ghosts and Spirits in 4th place, the Jersey Devil in 3rd place, Mothman flying in a second and kind of drifting there, and Bigfoot just coming in, ripping the wings off both the Jersey Devil and Mothman. And just Bigfoot doesn't fear no ghosts because they can't touch him. So Bigfoot takes home first, ladies and gentlemen, as it should be. He can walk back into the woods a winner now.
Woohoo!
Hide your wives because Bigfoot's coming for celebrations. But ain't no man competing with that. Ain't no man. But, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to have Jewel back on again to do the horror movie bracket because it's going to be fun. But, Jewel, if they want to find you or any of these awesome films you've been in, where can they find them?
I have a link tree up that is linktree.com/the Jewel Cavazos. You can find links to some of my films there. You can find links to my IMDb there. I'm in the process. There's some kind of in the works, getting ready to start filming. Ironically, I actually just got cast in a film that will be shooting this spring. It is a feature film. There is something inhuman in the woods. So what that inhuman thing is, we don't know, but I will be running away from something terrifying in the woods coming this spring. But all that information is on my link tree. Otherwise, Instagram, TikTok, I am the Jewel Cavazos. I am Jewel Cavazos on Facebook. But yeah, everything is in my link tree, just link tree, the Jewel Cavazos, and you can find all of my stuff there for all my films. You can find all the stuff for my band is up there as well. I also have a little reading list up there. Some people were asking about books I was reading at the time. So I have a little just ongoing Google document of stuff I've just started this year, and I'm trying to focus on indie authors. So if you're an indie author and you want me to read your stuff, send me information on it.
Well, there you go, folks. Check it out, and maybe you'll find a new movie you like. Who knows? I, as someone who's had to watch a lot of non-top grade horror movies and all that in my career as a podcaster, I found some enjoyable ones I never fucking heard of. So that's honestly the best thing in the world is when you find a movie you never heard of and it all of a sudden it's amazing. You're like, I'm so happy I watched this. Like, it's better than some movies that are so well known.
And that's the one thing I love about indie is, and I love working in the indie side of the industry and things like that is it's, you never know what's going to turn up. There are some there's some doozies out there, but there are just all of a sudden just some absolute bangers that come out and you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this did not get any press whatsoever when it came out.
Yeah, well, the Hollywood world is conspiracy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But until next time, I thank Jewel for coming on one last time. And if you all know, you can find me on Facebook as Jeremy Bryant, or you can find me on Parapost Network Central, where there's streams, or you can find me on the Unapologetic, Uncensored, and Untamed. I know I never do the same order. UCube's Podcast Collective group on Facebook, and you can find me on Twitter and the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. You can find me on TikTok as that Juggalo Bastard Podcast, and you can find me on YouTube as Paranormal the New Normal, or as Blind Knowledge Network, where this is streaming on YouTube as well. And while you're there, check out Blind Knowledge Network's other great shows. Something for everybody. But until next time, I will see all my listeners and watchers again, and be sure to like and subscribe wherever you are watching and or listening. Thank you, and have a good one.
Do you struggle with putting yourself first? Are you tired of feeling burnt out and overwhelmed from constantly putting the needs of others before your own? I have created a sacred space that will be available once a week for 10 weeks to learn, dive deep, and create your boundaries to boost your confidence and self-worthiness. Go to www.krista-luna.com and sign up for the Master Your Boundaries course starting in September 2023. And use the code PARANORMAL to get 30% off today on www.krista-luna.com.